We here at BNN want to start today by expressing our deepest sympathy for the families and the victims in New Zealand. We're going to do something a little bit different. Usually when a horrible crisis like this happens, people have a tendency to talk specifically to the families, or they start talking about the inherent issues associated with gun violence or with terrorism in general. And I wanted to take just a short moment to talk to some of you kids or younger people out there that might have feelings around items like this where you feel some kind of justification, or you feel like you've been bullied and you fantasize about this kind of stuff. It is a moment of extreme weakness to do what these men did, or to do what other young men have done, in the last few years, shooting up schools, shooting up churches. This isn't strength. This isn't going to give you a legacy. This isn't going to make you cool. This isn't going to do anything other than not only ruin the lives of many innocent people that have done nothing, but it's also going to ruin your life. It ends everything. For anyone that watched the video, of those poor people getting massacred, you could tell that the individuals that were doing the shooting felt like they were justified, that these people were not human beings, and they have allowed themselves to get to a point where they hate somebody so much that they no longer see them as being worthwhile. They might as well have been slaughtering animals, and frankly, the people that I know that actually, slaughter animals have more emotion about that than I think these guys did. And that happens by taking fear that you have, taking emotion that you have about the way you've treated or about how you think life has been unfair to you, and you assign blame to other people. And this is an incredibly dangerous thing that we all have to be careful about. There is nothing that is good or okay about grouping people together and assigning some characteristic to them. Whether you're going to make generalizations about people because they're black, because they're white, because they're Asian, because they're Christian, because they're Muslim, because they're Jewish. And you see this stuff happening kind of more and more overtly, and you see people kind of saying, well, it's okay because of X, Y, or Z. It isn't okay, because as soon as you start separating people from the group, as soon as you start saying this person is not like me because, it gets a lot easier to make that person something less, to decide that they're not worthy, to decide that, their differences are the reason that your life is bad or that your life is unfair, and if you can just get rid of those people, you're going to be doing some kind of public service. And so it is so false, it is so evil, and it is such a fundamental cop-out that if you're one of these people right now and you're feeling bad for whatever reason, like whether it's you're getting picked on at school, or some girl doesn't like you, or maybe you got beat up by a group, or all your friends think this way and they're the only ones that are nice to you. You've got to understand that this is a short-sighted evil belief that is based off of fear. Everything that you're doing, everything that you're feeling right now is based off of fear. And if you just allow yourself to just, no matter how bad your situation, to just deal with it for a little bit longer, to try to find other people, other positive people, to try to improve your life, like, this will pass. It will absolutely pass. A lot of very successful people that I know, myself included, got the absolute shit kicked out of me when I was in grade school. I came over, from Italy, and I spoke Italian. I was different, and every day for about a year and a half was pretty much hell going to school for me. Like, I hated a lot of people. There were kids I hated. It was a bad situation for a while. But, like, you endure it, and then you make some positive friends, and then, life gets better and better and better. You get older, you get perspective. Like, when you commit and act like this, you throw all of that away. You're taking the worst moment of your life and you're blaming it on an entire group of people, and you're taking away their lives, you're taking away their ability to accomplish and to live and to do something meaningful, and you're taking away yours as well, because that's it. These guys that shot up and just murdered innocent civilians yesterday, whatever they thought was going to become of their lives, whatever righteous moment they thought they were going to have, well, in the end, they ended up being cowards. They murdered these people, and now they're in custody, and they're going to spend the rest of their life in prison, and there is no way to come back from this. They will regret this. This is going to hang over them for as long as they live. Their hero moment, as they envisioned it, is gone, and they're just pariahs on society. There's nothing else for them. It is over. And they have now led meaningless and evil existences, and you don't want that for yourself. So, if you are a person that is hurting and you're angry and you think that all of the evils in the world are because of Muslims or Jews or white people or black people or Asians or whatever it is, rich people, poor people, whatever it is, you've got to reassess your life. Like, you have to find a different approach. Find people that don't think that way. Get away from whoever in your life feels that way and start really opening your eyes and saying, like, what is it that I want to do? Why do I feel this way? Like, there are bad people out there. There are bad people in every group. There are bad Muslims, there are bad Jews, there are bad Christians, there are bad black people, bad white people, like, you name it, they exist. But when you start assigning all of this type of thing to a group because of something that has happened to you, or because something that has been said to you, you're putting yourself in a situation where you will not be able to make good decisions. Even if you don't go out there and actually commit these violent acts, commit these atrocities, you're not that far gone. You're handicapping your ability to become a fruitful human being and a happy person and a person that contributes meaningfully to society. So, there is no grand conclusion here. I just wanted to talk to you young men out there that are pissed, are hurt, have these feelings about other groups, are starting to blame the world for your problems, blame the world for something that a few people have done to you. It's going to get you nowhere. Like, those guys yesterday, You could tell from the video they thought they were doing something righteous. And the rest of the world just saw scared, innocent people getting cut down for no reason other than the fact that those men were absolute cowards. And I guarantee right now, all those righteous feelings that they thought they had have faded, and the reality of the rest of their life is hitting them right in the face. And that's it. Be better.